Hello everyone! So it's kind of been requested a little bit that I kind of show how I make my thumbnails. I can do that, it's not a problem. So I'm going to start in Subnautica to do one, and then I'll do a more in-depth one in 7 Days to Die, because they're both slightly different. Or what I want to show you is slightly different. In this one I'm going to do mostly, I guess, the quickest way that I can. Because I've already done a bunch of free things. So anyways, this video is coming out hopefully today. We'll see. Well, the video that this is for is hopefully today, but this one will be out in a couple days or something. Anyway, one of the things is in Subnautica, I get generally a free camera, so I hit F3. In this one, I've already got it disabled in the very top left corner. You can see disable console. I just declick that by going F8. That brings up this, and that gives you the mouse option to, click up in this spot, in this corner. Anyway, because I already have it done, I just usually, go from here, click it once, and then I can go. This enters my little thing, my little console tab thing, and then I can just type in free camera. I think it is in this game. Nope, it's free cam. It's different in every game, which gives you this strange body, right? But you can get all kinds of cool shots with it. Anyways, you can change the speed that the whole thing moves, but that's creepy, as that is. But anyways, and then I kind of just position this on there like that. Yeah, maybe I'll even put my face in the thing, we'll see. And GIMP allows it. And I hit File, Create from Clipboard, and then it's got a bunch of stuff. Image, canvas size, 384, because that's the size of my particular machine's screen. So, bam, I have that. And then I guess I can save as, and we will go to somewhere where it makes sense to put it. Yeah, this one. And 33, because that's this episode. And then, I don't know, 33 thumbnail, something like that. Okay, great. And so, yeah, there's that. Sometimes you have to be careful because, like, when you're doing these, your body will, in the alien buildings and stuff, they seem to fall through the ground and stuff. On most of these platforms, it seems alright. But, anyway, let's get to GIMP here. Okay, so I'm left with something like this, and because I've been doing this a while, what I often do, or I've started to do anyway, is make sort of pre-made things here. So I've got this one, and it has already my little, I don't know, corner thing. It's got the Subnautica thing. It's got a bunch of these other little parts. One of the first things I'm going to do is go into this black background thing. Control A, delete. That gets rid of the little black, counter shading stuff, because I don't want that. Select all. Oh, shoot. delete, delete, delete. And then we get rid of all these other things that are around. Part 33, so we have to go over here. We need to modify this to reflect what it is. And one of the things I guess I do is, because this is a layer, we go A and copy that, and I bring it over here. Sometimes it works better than other times. You just select everything, copy it into here. Oh, I see what's going on. You have to select the biggest layer, otherwise it won't really copy over very well. And this, I don't know, just need to make sure that it's labeled as something. Now it's on the top layer of all these layers here, because this is your layer manager thingy. And you just need to bring it to a layer where you want it. So this layer here, this previous one, still exists. It's just sort of now hidden by this one. I generally will delete this. Also, I will save as 33, and yeah, we'll just save over that one there, because I don't need it anymore. So, and so from here, yeah, I don't know, you just sort of have to choose how things look, right? So if I take this, I don't really like where the text is, so we'll move it. But I know there's a lot of text in this one, so actually I may have to make it really big and change a bunch of stuff here. I think I called this one something like, yeah, Control C, we'll bring that title over. Ugh, that looks terrible. Why does it look so terrible? Well, that's okay. Well, we'll just redo the whole thing. Building, I'm gonna do it in this smaller font because it's just nicer. Building the rocket. More cuttlefish eggs. Sometimes I have this weird thing here because GIMP is just weird, and it sees down to sands and 18 if you select right before it. Whereas here it's, you know, days 1, 405, right? So now I've kind of got it so that everything is selected. And now it's a matter of sort of making it all fit in a nice sort of way. And I don't know, it's just a matter of playing around with it. Trying to make it look nice-ish, you know? We're going to see my mouse on this sometimes. Anyway, what about that? And then we did this. That kind of leaves this whole thing open, and you can see things. But as you can see, there's like this, it's pretty hard to see the white, or whatever color it will be. I don't really know exactly how I want to do this, because I don't know if I like the where it is. But, you know, it's not terrible, I suppose. I also try to avoid this bottom corner here, because this is oftentimes where you see the time marker thing, and it'd be like, you know, what is this one? 45 minutes and, or 40, whatever, 47 minutes and blah, blah, blah seconds. That's usually down in this corner, and it obfuscates whatever's here, so eggs may not always show up. But if you see more cuttlefish, that'll probably be alright. Anyways, that's sort of how that goes. But yeah, you can see like each one of these is different elements here. Subnautica title, Edge logo 4K is right there. Anyways, you can add and drop all those things. I'll show you on the 7 days to die one. I'll do all that from scratch. And so yeah, a little more in depth on that one. So, and it looks like there's a little bit of weirdness going on with the alpha channels here. So I may put a small drop shadow behind this as well today. We'll see. Okay. So to make the building the rocket part nicer, I generally go down alpha to select, and where is it? It's not doing it right now because we need to do it over here. We come on select, grow. This depends on your monitor. Mine, because the resolution is so high, I choose 16, but I used to do 8. So it expands the selection by 8, and then I use my paint tool or my paint bucket, and I go over to black background, and this is basically going to fill in everything that's behind all that. I do the same alpha to select thing over the part, and we go grow. This one, because it's a little more subtle, I don't know, I keep changing things around. Let's go with 10 or 12, and that makes it a little bit, nope, not there. You need to go back to your black background, fills all that in. And then the Subnautica title, same thing, but this one I want it to be a little more subtle. So you know what, I'm actually not going to even expand it, because the drop shadow is going to sort of make it do its thing. So in theory, all behind that is covered in black. Yep, boom. Okay, then for the drop shadow, if you want to add one, I go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and then what do I want to do today? 20 for my system. I mean, you know, used to be like 12 when I was doing a smaller resolution. Oops, I see. So what happened there is that I have this selected here, and so nothing actually happened. So you have to go Control Shift A. That deselects that, and then you go to blur, Gaussian blur, and then you just do it again, and boom, it's all sort of drop shadowy. And that kind of, in this particular case, it helped a little bit with the edges on these. I don't know, just makes it look a little nicer. For the Subnautica ones, I generally do some other fanciness. I will take my color picker and I will pick this color. Oh, but you need to have the actual layer selected. You need to select that layer. You need to switch one you got here, select your next color. And then, this is where it gets a little weird, because the way Subnautica is laid out and the way this is laid out is not kind of the same today. So I don't know, let's see what I do today. Go to the, well, no, we want to go to the text I'm actually selecting, which is this one, alpha to select. And then I want to go to my yellow channel, because this is how I have this built. And gradient, I put gradient to linear. For today, I have it selected to foreground to background, which is foreground to background. And then I just sort of, I don't know, figure out what I want to do with it. Do that. Yeah, I don't know. Do smaller gradient where it's building the rocket. And then we can go, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel experimental. This one's a bit weird, so we'll see how it all goes. So I go back to the title here. We have to do the switchy, do that. We're gonna go flip them back this way, because it depends on which one is foreground, background, and the order that you're clicking. I think it does foreground to background. Or maybe it's background to foreground. Yeah, I think it's background to foreground. Anyway, you can just, you know, if you do it wrong, you just do it the other way. Not a big deal. And then you go back to your other channel or blue channel, and no, gradient tool. And so say I want to do it on the bottom part of this. That gives these guys a, yeah, sort of a nice shading. And then what I can do is I can go and take out all those on the blue channel, giving me this sort of fade. And then if I want to do anything special, like add my head to this little character, I can do that. So I'm going to do that right now. To do that, generally I have this like I don't know, I call it stuff because of just the way it is, but it's all legacy stuff. This is where I'll go into more detail on the 7 Days to Die one, which is like, you know, I've got all these other things where it's various little clips of art that I have made, like Alpha 16. You know, you just drag and drop those suckers in here and you have them. Anyways, I spent, you know, I make them once and then I save them so that I can use them again. That way, yeah, it takes me less time in the future, because having to do this every time would just be brutal. Like this probably took me, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then, you know, derivatives of it are this one. I have this one, which is a derivative of this one, which came from this one. And anyways, etc, etc. We'll go into that in another video. Okay, I'm gonna be back after I insert my head. Okay guys, and then boom, there's my head inserted into the into that thing right there. I grabbed that from an image of me when I was at PAX. This is Shirley Curly. So I grabbed this from an image that was with me meeting Shirley at PAX West, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, we took that and we just sort of took the head out and did a bunch of little cut and paste things to it and put it into there. So now it's into the thumbnail, and yeah, now that person doesn't look like a total freak. That's in my face. And I guess it's pretty much ready to go. So yeah, you never know where this subtle little detail is gonna show up, eh? So next I generally do a scale image, because I need to have it at a certain size so that YouTube will accept it as the size, which is relatively this big. And then I hit export because it's in the same file here, folder. It just export. And I do mine to PNG, but you can do it to JPEG. JPEG's a bit smaller and it's fine. It's not a big deal. Me personally, I go back to this size and then I save it, and that's it. So I will do a more in-depth one of maybe about 7 Days to Die. Not really much different, but some of the details I'll, you know, maybe go into a little more detail with like dropping things in and whatnot. If people are interested, I know some people were, so that's why I'm doing this. Anyways, if you liked this episode, hit the like button. Give me some comments down below whether you want to see more of this kind of stuff, behind the scenes stuff. And I guess I will see you in another video. Bye bye.